Well, we have a day trading hater on our hands, and I wanted to respond to it because basically the accusations are, maybe not in these exact words, but hey, is day trading a scam? Is trying to make money in the markets, online, is all that a scam? And I want to address that because they throw out a lot of things, but there's also some good learning lessons in here too. And really just if you're a beginner, if you're new and just getting started, this will hopefully help just set your expectations in line with reality, because really that's one of the most important things is if you show up in the market and your reality is something much different than what the actual reality is, well, that's something that if we can avoid it, then let's do that. And this kind of comment, I'll just leave it at that, is gonna allow me to do that. So let's just get right to it, and I'll put it up on the screen too as we go so you can see each part. And I'm gonna break it down with bullet points because like I said, there's actually quite a bit packed in here. So Jason starts off, and I'm not looking to rip Jason apart, but I am gonna be fair. If he's gonna come at us as day trading, or us as day traders and day trading as a whole, then I'm gonna be defensive, right? Because I want to defend day trading. I want to defend day traders. So Jason says, "Hi Clay, this is not trading," and he's replying to one of my live trade videos. That's a playlist on the channel that I've been doing for years, but it just shows me and I record myself trading. So that's what he's replying to, and he's saying that it's not trading. This is scalping. So Jason, with all due respect, and this will come in more because I need to question your actual understanding of things, but scalping is a type of trading. So for you to say that scalping, because I'm scalping, I'm not trading, that just doesn't make any sense at all. And like I said, I'm not trying to rip down him, but it will help build context as we go further on. So this is scalping. After 2 years of trying everything, I realized that Warren Buffett and others are not stupid. Day trading, scalping. So now he's calling it trading again. I actually just caught that. Day trading, scalp. So it is trading then, okay? Day trading, scalping is exactly gambling, and the house always win. So his first accusation, his first kind of thing he throws out there is, hey, day trading is gambling. And maybe you've heard this one before from friends or relatives or whoever, the mailman. But oh, you're in the markets, huh? Don't you know that's gambling? And I've done many videos on this. But gambling implies at the core randomness, right? A slot machine is gambling from the sense of, and I know, well, no, Clay, technically gambling is anything that involves money. And you're not wrong, but let me try to just rearrange gambling from a strategic standpoint. Pure, true gambling is ultimately randomness. Meaning, and I use this example over time, I've never heard of a professional slot machine player. Why have you never heard of a professional slot machine player? Because that's pure randomness. There's no strategy, there's nothing that you can do to actually leverage the odds in your favor that a slot machine is going to work, right? There's no such thing as a professional slot machine player. But professional trader, yeah. So can trading be gambling? Can you use the stock market or crypto market or Forex market as a casino? Absolutely. You absolutely can. But just because you can use something in such a way doesn't mean that it's ultimately that way. So just because you can use the market as a casino doesn't mean the market's actually a casino. So to say that trading is gambling, yeah, it absolutely can be used by gamblers. It can be used to gamble. But is it as a whole gambling? No, and that's why there's a such thing as professional traders, right? Because that's why you have people that can put together consistent results. Not perfect results, because there's no guarantees, but consistent results. And if it was true, just pure randomness gambling, there would be no consistency. At best, it would just be up and down, all over the place. And it goes back to the just very simple logic of, hey, I've never heard of a professional slot machine player. So let's get back to the rest of the comments. Cutting your losses after all those stuff not going to work before someone realized he lost everything. Now that was kind of hard to read, and I think what they're getting at, although I'm not quite sure, is that, hey, you could lose everything in trading. And that's true, but he also mentioned something about cutting losses. But I think at the core, are there going to be losses for those of you that are just getting started? Like I said, I'm trying to build some perspective in terms of the actual reality. Yes, there are going to be losses. No such thing as a perfect trader. Expect to lose, okay? But just because there's something involves loss, it doesn't mean you hate on it and it implies that it's gambling and that it's impossible. And it certainly does not imply that because you can lose, you're going to lose everything. Now, again, can you lose everything? You absolutely can. So you better treat the markets, you better treat trading with respect it deserves, because it can absolutely take everything from you. That part's not wrong. But just because it can take everything from you doesn't mean that it's not going to, which again, this is why the boring stuff to talk about is the most important. Risk control, risk management, stop losses, position size, all that sort of stuff. I understand. Smoking my cigar in front of my Lamborghini while women in bikinis pour Cristal all over me. That's sure. I mean, that's like the fun stuff to talk about. That's the easy marketing stuff. But the risk management, the risk control, that is the stuff that matters most because, you don't want to lose everything. You're gonna lose, sure, but let's do it in a controlled, logical, wise way so we don't end up losing everything. I almost lost $120,000 over the course of 2 years. I've read 100 books, tried different classes, all of them are BS. Although my major was finance and I am doing an MBA in finance, I still fell into this trap. You make money, yeah, but you don't show your losses. Now, first off, if you're any familiar with my channel at all, you know that I show losses. So for him to just throw that, again, it kind of goes back to, Jason, with all due respect, are you sure you know what you're commenting on? I mean, you're saying that scalping is not trading, and then you call it day trading scalping, and now you're saying I don't show losses. And the funny part here is when that video was released, literally 2 days before then, I posted a live trade video. We're showing, I think I made 4 trades and 3 of them were losing trades, and I lost like $400 on the day. So it's just one of those things where you got to be careful with people's logic in comment sections. And again, why are you being so defensive? Well, I'm going to defend myself when somebody says that I don't show losses when I do. But as far as this, education, meaning just because you get educated does not mean you're going to be smiling, making all sorts of money. No, you're not. And I don't want to sound like a jerk, but like I said, I want to keep things and build context. Jason, with all due respect, I have to question these hundreds of books, these other courses. In fact, I would agree, those courses are BS, whatever you took, because somehow after going through all those books and all those courses, you're still sitting here and saying that scalping is not trading. That's just a very basic concept, is you have trading and investing. Within trading, you have day trading and swing trading. Within day trading, that branch, now you have scalping and the different, momentum, all sorts of different branches, but it all still works its way back up to trading. So point here being is, to you as a listener, just because you get education, please don't think that that's your get out of jail card. And that implies, and this is not some sort of, unless you take my courses, then you'll be fine. No, even if you take my courses, and I see this way too much, people get the course and good for them. They make an investment into themselves and then they rush through it. They're just flying through it. And then they get in the market and they're just getting hammered. Boom, boom, boom. And I got to say, okay, well, when did you invest? When did you become a member of the program? Oh, 4 weeks ago. Oh, a couple months ago. And it's like, whoa. You've done everything already, and now you're trading with real money. So you've skipped over paper trading, or maybe you've done it for like a week, and you're having troubles. Unfortunately, as much as I wish and as much of a good sales pitch it would be, just because you invest in education and somebody says, hey, my training will take 30 days. That doesn't mean that in 30 days you're making all sorts of money. That doesn't mean that at all. And especially with mine, it's going to take time. And even after you get through my courses, there's still stuff involved on your part that's going to have to make it where you build something that works for you. Not puppet trade me, not follow me like a blind sheep. You got to be able to think about how to trade for yourself. So again, in this situation, just because you get education, that's great. That's required. That's something that's very wise to do. But don't go into the mindset trap of education equals, yep, I'm going to make money. No, there's still more that goes into it even after that. So then after that statement about how I don't show my loss, I just realized this. Jason, I'm truly trying to be polite, but you're not making this very easy for me to be polite. So you just says, he accused me of saying I don't show my losses, but then his next statement says, as you remember, you showed us one day 7,000 losses. I do remember that video. It was a terrible, terrible loss, but I showed it. But yet the previous sentence, you just said I don't show my losses. Nate, are these contradictions here, Nate?
Yes.
Okay. I'm talking to the cameraman. He's not a voice in my head, but I'm trying to be fair here, but this is getting, all right, let's see here. And again, I am being defensive because I'm going to defend day trading. When somebody comes at me with this sort of logic and comes in and applies to all of us, right, that are trying to day trade. And I'm not even saying successfully day trade, but at least you're on your journey. I'm going to defend us all. And this is just really bad logic right now. Let's see. So as you remember, you showed us $7,000 in losses. So this is not going to work. Okay, he put a period. I don't think he meant to. For 99.9% of the time. I had pretty big wins, constant for 2 weeks, even a month, every day. But I had red days for 2 months in a row. At the end, investment is different. You have no rush. Who care about $500? Okay, I can't. Okay, we're good. We're good on this. So he goes in and says, okay, well, you know what? He had a bunch of wins, and then he lost it all. And I suppose this is kind of what I'll piggyback off of this because it goes full circle. Because with all due respect, Jason, it doesn't sound like you know how the risk management department works. And then he makes a point about investing. And you know what? I have nothing against investing at all. In fact, I'd encourage everybody to invest. That multiple streams of income. I mean, if you can get consistent with day trading, but then also now start to get some investments going, dividends, passive cash flow like that, absolutely fantastic. And I agree, investing is a great thing. I agree, Warren Buffett is a smart guy. So there's nothing wrong with investing. But he might have made some other points, but at this point, I think we all get the general idea that there's kind of a lot of faulty accusations being thrown without any substance behind them other than the fact of, hey, I tried, I failed, therefore it's impossible. And again, Jason, with all due respect, that is very, very faulty logic. I cannot dunk a basketball. I've read books on how to dunk a basketball, but I cannot dunk a basketball. Therefore, it is impossible to dunk a basketball. Do you see the flaws with that, Jason? Do you see how your chain of events is kind of falling apart there? And that's basically what the moral of the story was. He tried, he failed, therefore it's basically a scam, right? You can't do it because you make money, but then you lose it all. And again, yeah, you know what? That's why risk management matters. If you're not careful, you can go on win streaks. You can be winning, and then all of a sudden, boom, it can be gone. So yes, that can happen. Absolutely. I'm not saying that has no place at all in trading. That never happens to anybody. No, the exact opposite. It happens and it will happen to you. I mean, I'm not sure of anybody I know that hasn't gone on a little bit of a hot streak to then just be like, ooh, yeah, things got a little cold around here. And that's just part of it. So again, for you beginners that are watching this, just have, real expectations in line with reality. And like I said, investing, I already said enough about that. But that is kind of my reply to a big, long-winded, illogical, irrational post. And I know people, a lot of times in these videos feel like, Clay, why do you even bother? Why just ignore these people? And the reason I do bother, and that's a good question. I mean, that's a good point, but I mean, this is an educational channel, though, right? Like, I'm trying to teach people. I'm trying to get people to learn how to trade, to build wealth, to think a little bit differently, to take life by the horns, if you will. So yes, if I find something in the comment section, I am going to bother with it because if I think there's a learning opportunity from it, then I'm going to seize upon that. And I think there's all sorts of learning opportunities right in here because if anything, it's building context, it's building perspective of what can happen. But like I said, and I'm going to end with this, just because something can happen, you can't make the logical jump of, well, therefore it's going to happen to everybody, therefore it makes everything impossible. No, like I said, I can't dunk a basketball, but that doesn't mean that dunking a basketball is impossible. Yes, the markets can be used as a casino, but does that mean that the markets are actually a casino? No, I can use a hammer as a weapon, but does it actually mean a hammer is a weapon? No, right? I think I've driven the point here home. Now, before I go, just question, do you enjoy these videos where I take comments like this and kind of break them down? Because I can do more. I get some pretty interesting comments. There's no doubt about that. But I don't know if there's really that much interest in these types of videos, and that's okay if there's not. But so let me know in the comment section if you like these sorts of videos, or better yet, just hit that like button. That's an easy way to communicate that to me. And then also check out the channel as a whole. Mentioned the live trade videos earlier, so if you go check out those playlists, then just check out the channel as everything, and hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button. But yes, just have realistic expectations with what to expect. And I don't think you're going to be caught off with all these different attributes that apparently Jason was. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.